Game number 1, Division 1, Heroes Lounge, ladies. And, well, let's go. Tomb of the Spider Queen is our first map today. And we got Don our Fedoras against 3K Blue. So again, we're diving into Division 1 a little bit. As I said, we're going to focus a bit more during this season on the Division 1 matches to give you guys a bit of an idea of what exists out there outside of just only the tournaments. Over here on the left side, we got Bragg Bucket on Deathwing for Don our Fedoras, Rooney on Lunara, Mango on Brightwing, Alrunas on Chromie. Shut up. And Morpheus on ETC. On the right side of the map, 3K Blue with Exilom and Medivh, Moi Moi on Deckard Kane, Nano on Hanzo, Death Life on Sonya, and Picaroste on Garrosh. A little bit of a slam setup here for our Sonya right away from the start with a Furious Blow. And in addition, we got the Greater Polymorph here for Brightwing. Actually, kind of interesting to see that. I mean, if you want to control maybe Medivh a little bit, then that really helps you. When it comes to portal control, I gotta say that we don't have as much on the blue team side as you normally want to have against the Medivh player. You can definitely list, of course, the polymorph, but more so Morpheus on ETC is going to be important when it comes to that. But let's see which team is going to take the lead here on our first map. Again, Tomb of the Spider Queen is the first map in the best of 3 series. And we're going to figure out which team is able to pull that off. Right now, we already got rotation slightly enhanced here through the portals, trying to speed that up a little bit so that you can dominate the rotation and your opponent has to play a bit of a catch-up game. That usually then also helps you so that you can control the turn-in points. So, down to the bottom of the map. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay. Some people are already claiming, of course, that the blue team has 3 dragons in it. Obviously, that is false. We have a real dragon, which is Deathwing. Then we have a Fruit Fly, aka Trashwing, aka Brightwing. And we got the Chromestar, not a real dragon. People try to tell me continuously in comments on YouTube and Twitch that Chromie is actually a dragon. And as I said 100 times, and I'm not afraid to say it again, no self-respecting dragon would ever put itself into that form. Are you high? I mean, if you are a dragon and you could literally just like take any form, would you take that? Seriously? The answer is obviously no, of course not. Chromie is completely delusional. She is, honestly, she should be put into a mental asylum because she definitely has some mental health issues. That thing believes it's a dragon and it's just fucking not true. I mean, that's the only explanation that there really is. We got a real Raven over here on the other hand. I mean, as you can see, Medivh is flying around happily. Chromie gets attacked immediately too, but Brightwing comes in, helps out, and well, there we go. Yeah, so with level 4 in, we got Ruby for Deckard Kane. We also got a bit more of a polymorph focus here with Brightwing, focusing on this not only level 1 talent alone, but also here. And, ooh, Sonya's in trouble. In a lot of trouble, I might add. And the Brightwing attempt at getting the kill didn't quite work out there, but they got it anyways. Now, Moi Moi is already present, is helping out, and at least collects the gems, so there's that. And off we go. So the first kill in the game goes over to Don our Fedoras. I like that we have at least ETC with a proper hat over here. When we're talking about Fedoras already. Well, I guess Brightwing in this particular skin setup also has one. So there's that. There's the flip as Garrosh is trying to make his play. Good wall, but not enough damage to seriously threaten Morpheus over here. Yeah, it's also kind of interesting to have Morpheus on the blue side. I mean, with him red-pilling everybody, I would have just expected him to be rather on the red side here, but not so far. Ooh, that's a nice setup of damage. The shield is out from Medivh. Yeah, and Bird Boy is gonna start. Oh, that's a kill. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, is he actually gonna get away here? Shield is out. Where's the portal when you need it? The roof. And so close. And yeah, nice. 15 HP and he still had some damage over time, some toxins on him. He would have died if not for the potion. Nice save. Well done. Garrosh gets out. There we go. That's a war chief right there. Job well done. They go for Lunara. Oh dear. She needs to be a bit careful here. She's trying to hop away slowly. They're going for Bambi. But there's the slide. Garrosh again, the center of attention over here, just the way he likes it. rumor has it, Garrosh is the Leo, which would make a lot of sense. I mean, he is always in the thick of things and always has to have all the attention on him. Yeah, but there's level 7 talents for the two of them. That gives us the Echo of Elements. And still both fighting for the first turn-in. 4.5 minutes into the game, and there's the setup, but shield and kill. Chromie down, the fake dragon gets eliminated. That's her already gone. Goodbye. And that is now a kill on each side. Sonya is still fighting it out against the bread bucket down at the bottom of the map. Has, by the way, been able to turn in. Obviously, she died earlier, but still was able to deliver a few of her gems. Morpho is now coming in too, but falls back a little bit. Between the two of them, they nearly have a turn-in, so if Deathwing and ETC make it to the turn-in point, that would be great for them. Nano, on the other hand, with 17 turned in, brings his team incredibly close to the first turn-in here. So we have another 5 that are missing for them to get the first one. DNA variation again on Lunara, going straight into the Choke and Pollen instead of the Splintered Spear here that you usually see on the high-level European play. And there's the turn-in. The Red Web Weaver is actually descending first, and Chromie is up at the top, barely escaping as she's about to be hunted down here. But yeah, the Red Web Weavers coming down. Blue team still holding on to a ton of gems, but haven't been able to make anything happen with that just yet. So the question remains, can they keep the gems, or are they going to lose a few heroes and gems during that push right now? Chromie, by the way, doing fairly well with the stacks now, sitting at 30 already, so 5 minutes in, halfway done with the quest. We have 65 for Tacita. And as we're talking about stacks, let's not forget about Medivh. Bird Boy is on 30 stacks, so he's doing pretty well. Bread Bucket at the bottom, fighting it out against Sonya, and that Ford is definitely taking a bit of a beating. With the portal setup that we have, a nice attempt here, and the medallion gets used. Gladiator's medallion activated by Garrosh as he needs to get away from Chromie's temporal loop. Now, it's obviously always a bit of a weird one. I mean, first of all, you don't really seem to find a lot of value anymore these days from Chromie's temporal loop. But then again, you can't forget that if you actually have to use your Gladiator's medallion in order to dodge out on the pullback, you trade cooldowns in a pretty significant way. Since Gladiator's medallion has a 5-minute cooldown and you have a much shorter one on the temporal loop, it's obviously always a positive trade for the Chromie team in this situation. So, there we go. 31 stacks by now for Medivh. Keep your eyes on him. If he dies, it would be a problem. But there are level 10 abilities now for both sides. That gives us a blink heal. Me likey already. And Lunara going for the hobbity hop style. Straight with her leap. Careful, Medivh. Everything. Yeah, exactly. For that reason. If there were a few more heroes around, he might have been in trouble. And with 32 stacks, of course, you do not want to risk it. I don't... Oh my god, no! What are you doing? Why? Why did you do that? Can they get the kill? Kill him! Yes! Medivh dead, the stacks all lost. Yes, Chromie died too, but who cares? They actually lost Medivh at 32, 33 stacks, and all of that because he just dropped down and tried to interrupt the channel. That was definitely not worth it. Now the fort at the bottom of the map, as you can see, has earlier been taken down, so that's a bit of a lead for the for the red team. But losing Medivh in that situation, that definitely pissed him off. I mean, he is going to be mad. He's going to be really mad. Yeah, the Bird Boy is currently looking at this and saying, like, why the hell did I try to go for that interrupt? Should have just let it happen. Was a little bit too cocky there. Thought that he could get away with a portal and was proven wrong pretty quickly. Now, the problem for the blue team is that despite the fact that they were able to get some kills in, they are doing fairly badly on the objective. I mean, as you can tell, Deathwing has 45 gems, so he's a true dragon right now. He wants to go for... wants to hoard a little bit more... Sonya, hello? And she's dead. Yeah, he wants to hoard some more treasure. And so far he's doing pretty well with that. I mean, 46 is not too bad. Soon enough he's going to be able to solo turn in. Now that the web weavers are coming down, they have to try and drop them pretty quickly. The problem is that the one at the bottom of the map is not really their biggest issue. They should more so focus their attention into the middle of the map, which is what they're doing right now. So next web weaver is about to go down, but that fort is also taking a bit of a beating here. ETC is currently at 16 stacks, so soon enough he's going to be done too. And in the meantime, we have the top lane also attacked. The level 13 talent drops into the hands of the team in red a little bit quicker now as well. So, yep, there we go. I want to see how many gems the blue team has. They must have nearly 100, if not more. I mean, look at that Mango over here. 33 for him. Yeah, they have way more than 100. 140 gems for them. I mean, are you kidding me? These guys are hoarding the shit out of this. They had already 2 weapon waves against them, lost every single fort. Now they need to wait for the level 13 talent, which has now dropped into their hands. But they really need to try and turn these gems in. They definitely have a chance to come in and get multiple turn-ins now in a row. But here's the portal set up as they're trying to go in. ETC with a slide. Portal control is everything at this point. And here comes Chromie. Again with the temporal loop, but he gets dodged out. And there's our 4 versus 4, 5 versus 5 at this point, even with everybody in, even the solo laners moving in. Then again, Garrosh might be in just a bit of trouble. He gets the shield from Medivh, so that's nice. Here comes the ley line. Hits 2 in the back, but that's all. And they're still fighting around this, with Lunara slightly split from the rest of the team, so she can't really have an active role in this fight just yet. Needs to take the long way around and hops slowly but steadily towards the rest of them. Camp gets even attacked. Damn, they're a little bit ballsy over here. Deathwing is flying in. They have so many gems. Oh, there's the taunt. ETC, and he's down. 44 gems down the drain. And Deathwing moves in to grab it. There's the camp taken by the red team. They steal it away. The gems have been recovered. Deathwing is sitting at 70, 69 to be precise. And yeah, there's another attempt with the temporal loop to get Sonya into a good position for another kill. And they might just be able to have the damage. Ah, they got Kane, that old geezer, with one potion after another. There he is. Lunara. Uh-oh, dear girl, you're too deep. She's down. Yeah, Lunara. Oh, Medivh, what? He actually got away. Oh, Lunara down. That cost them 40 gems. And they're losing even more. I have no idea what Deathwing is doing here. He really needs to get away from this one. But yep, there we go. That's 70 gems down the drain. They're starting to recover as many as they possibly can. They get the counter kill against Medivh, and that's the stacks again lost for him. Can they get the kill against Garrosh? Maybe. Yes, it looks good. Oh, where's the damage when you need it? Oh, they just don't have enough here. There's just the Chromie damage that they can still dodge out on. And that's exactly what they're doing. 4 kills to 5. It's incredibly close. Topside has been pushed in the meantime too. And we are just all over the place here. 108 gems in the hands of the blue team. And by the way, a little bit of a side note fact here. The blue team so far has not turned in a single gem. Not one. ETC is now finally taking care of it, and that's going to be the first web weaver wave for Don our Fedoras. They made it happen. Nice. So finally they have a chance to push this out a little bit further. But of course the bad news is that 3K Blue has now level 16. And that gives them the talent advantage and a little bit of a stats lead that they now use here. So we'll see how aggressive the blue team is going to be with this. They need to be a bit careful in how far they are pushing this one out, because this could be slightly dangerous, to be honest. If they overcommit, then they can get punished for that pretty quickly, especially since the damage is out on the other side. There's the Web Weaver in the middle of the map, already getting attacked. Brightwing at the bottom of the map with the global. Sonya is taking care of that as we speak, but now the focus shifts towards the top lane. Nice position for Deathwing already, gets a little bit of extra damage in against the wall and burns it down quickly. And Brightwing is now joining the fun all the way up at the top. 16 is nearly ready for the Fedoras. They need to get some work done here. They need to destroy a few of the structures. They are way too far behind to pass up on that opportunity. Maybe the level 16 talent now finally ready. They should probably try and make a play here. But they only get the top wall. And honestly, that's not really enough. We got the phase out now in on level 16 for Brightwing. Because also the shifting sands for Chromie. Conflagration has also been taken. And a little bit more burning buildings thanks to Deathwing coming in and setting the Molten Flame up again. But again, I gotta say, there's the ley line. Can they follow up on it? Where's the taunt when you need it? Here comes, because Don Garrosh comes in. Ult on Deathwing. A little bit of damage against Sonya down at the bottom. The old man comes also through. And there's the kill against Tassadar as Chromie is able to connect a couple of shots here. Goes straight for the bullseye move. And finally a little bit more of momentum for the blue team. That's the opportunity for Donna or Fedoras to get another turn in. They certainly have the gems. Mango delivers 53. And maybe even another kill. Portal control is there, at least to an extent. And if they have a few body blocks, they might be able to take Garrosh down. That's not the only one. Sonya's also jumping in. Sonya, the Deathwing killer. No, it's the old man with the stick that takes Deathwing down. There we go. Nice kill by Moi Moi. Nicely done over here. And Chromie is completely caught on the wrong side of this battle. And is just sitting there as like, team. And yeah, the fake dragon is definitely going to die here. Chromie gets slapped around a little bit.
Yay!
Yeah. Sometimes I have the feeling that Chromie actually dies intentionally just because she likes it. But, well, rumor, we couldn't really prove it yet. But either way, in this case, she's down. And all of that just as it looked like they might have a chance here, you know? Now we have topside, the move straight towards the boss. Obviously, it's a 5 versus 3, so there's no reason for 3K Blue to not make the play here. And they're immediately jumping onto this one. And, well, that boss is gonna wreak havoc topside. There's nothing that the blue team can do to stop this. It's not like they have any heroic abilities that could deal with that. The fascinating thing for me is that they didn't even turn in. I mean, right now, this is normally the setup, whereas the blue team, you want to turn in your gems. You want to turn in the 2 gems, and then you trade your turn in for the boss defense. Now, since they haven't done that, they need to still defend at the top, and they need to kind of save their gems, and they fail at that too. ETC dies, gets completely caught off guard here, gets obliterated, the camp gets stolen away too. Yeah, this is getting rough. They lost the camp, now there's the chase already on par. Chromie is trying to avoid being killed. That's not working out, and this could even be game. I mean, they're getting absolutely murdered right now. There's a camp pushing through the middle of the map. Here comes the push at the top. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you normally trade your turn in for the boss defense. Exactly this situation. Because now, what could have been a very easy defense against the boss, granted, traded for a couple of gems, turns into a move for core, which is very likely going to be the end of game number 1. Because this is not looking good at all. The shield is already gone. Granted, the boss is falling quickly. But who's going to stop this? Deathwing gets shut down quickly over here. The core is already falling and things are spiraling out of control very fast as Don, our Fedoras, are about to lose game number 1. The boss is gone. 24% on the core. The keep in the middle is also destroyed. ETC came back and died again. And now, of course, they can finish what they started here, taking Trashwing down 2. And that is game 3 level lead, 13 kills against 5. And 3K Blue takes the first win in this best of 3 series in Division 1. Game number 2, Don our Fedoras against 3K Blue. Blue team a little bit too greedy on the first map. Yeah, they tried, but honestly, they had a couple of opportunities to get that turn-in going, especially when boss was taken by their opponent, and they decided against it, so slightly too greedy, and it ended with them losing the game. Now that we're heading into our second map, Towers of Doom, we have on the left side Mist on Johanna, Rooney on Reyna, the Bread Bucket on Blaze, Mango on Rega, and Arunas on Chromie. And over to the right side of the map, Exelom on Zeratul, Moi Moi on Anduin, Deathlife on Mei. We got Picatoste on Imperius, and Nano is playing the main. Yeah, talking about Mango, by the way, I still have to throw that recommendation out. If you guys want to have some pretty cool, ideas, like if you next time you get a good burger joint, order a burger with mango. They usually have that, and it tastes really good. It's the contrast that really makes it work. I know I talked about this in the past already once, and some people called me crazy. Other people actually tried it, and then came back to me and said like, dude, you were absolutely right, it works. I was super surprised, and it tastes fantastic. Definitely not for your everyday burger, but every now and then when you need to spice it up a little bit, yeah, give it a shot, you'll be positively surprised. Either way, as we're heading into our game now, we got a Zeratul set up over on this one. And Zeratul with a greater cleave on level 1 right away. Down to the bottom of the map, that's where our rotation is starting between the mid and top lane. And talk about the rotation, Jimmy! Jimmy is in trouble, baby! And he's dead. This was Jimmy. First blood is already in. 3K Blue continues where they left off after game number 1. Yeah, and talking about Jimmy, we actually have Exterminator as the level 1 talent over here. So trying to look a little bit more for all those camps on the map and the boss later on too. Now you don't have to take Exterminator. I gotta admit, well, we even have the second kill coming through. Given the lineup that they have, I'm a little bit surprised that we see Exterminate on this one. You have Johanna, you have Blaze, and you have Rhaegar. You have a lot of tools where you can get a slow. I mean, technically speaking, you could even spec Chromie so that she can help you out with that. So given the map, I would have said Ace in the Hole is the better choice here. We've seen a lot of shifts now between of that talent, level 1 talent on Jimmy over the last, I want to say, 10 months roughly. Blizzard has experimented a lot with Exterminator and Ace in the Hole, and for quite some time Exterminator was their only talent that he was supposed to take, because it just like outperformed everything else. That has shifted again, so now Exterminator is still absolutely fantastic, there's no doubt about it, but oftentimes you will still see Ace in the Hole taken because it offers you so much. And given that that Jimmy is in a situation where he could capitalize on that choice a lot, I'm a bit surprised, as I said, that we don't have Ace in the Hole in this particular one. Either way, they have to adjust their particular style, of course, a little bit towards the talent if they want to get the most value out of it. For now, it's Exilum at the top that is starting to take the camps here, unbeknownst to Blaze, who currently doesn't really seem to know what's going on here. And the attack actually continues a little bit at the bottom as they're starting to hunt down Imperius. And Moi Moi and the rest of the boys are, of course, now going for the next camp too. Yes, the next altar phase comes up, guys. Once again, if you want to support the channel and also the work here in Heroes of the Storm and esports in general, you're more than welcome to head over to patreon.com/Khaldor and check that out. Big shout out to all of the supporters that are helping to keep the channel and the esports coverage alive. Very, very much appreciated. Thanks a lot. And again, if you want to help out a bit too, then feel free to check out patreon.com/Khaldor. Anduin with a kill against Chromie, by the way. Anduin useful? What happened to you, buddy? So, yeah, top left and top right exchange of bell towers as everybody focuses down on the bottom. But Anduin got a kill. Throwing light apparently works after all. Who would have thought? Absolutely fascinating here. But now that we have our first altar phase over, we have the traditional 2-1 split, in this case in favor of 3K Blue. So they really start to apply some serious pressure already in the early game. And of course, since this is the best of 3 series, they are very, very eager to make this a quick 2-0 victory. Up at the top, Exilum is in a bit of trouble, but Jimmy is pushed back. May wants the kill, and May is about to get the kill! Yes, she does! Nicely done. At the bottom of the map, Rhaegar has died in the meantime, so that's 2 heroes now down on the blue team side. That leaves us with 5 kills to 0, but there's the first one as Li Ming goes down, and so does Imperius. A total slaughter down here at the bottom of the map. And we also have Chromie eliminated. So, yep, everybody dead and dying at this point. One killed after another. First, we had Jimmy taken out. I mean, Li Ming dies, Chromie dies, Imperius. Everybody's just dead and dying. So, yeah, pretty kill-heavy setup as we are going into game number 2. 4.5 minutes in, 6 kills to 2, 8 in total. Exilum over here is trying to escape and is able to slow them down too, so that was kind of important. But we will soon have level 10 abilities in. Chromie, of course, already has her level 10. And with that, we have again the temporal loop, so it's time for those gladiators medallions to be warmed up a little bit, since we'll see a few of them used to dodge out on the pullback. By the way, Zeratul with a full-on cleave build, and the highest level of play, you usually don't see that all that much on the European side. We talked about that just in the recent past a little bit. Gladiator's Medallion gets used by Li Ming as she's trying to dodge out on Chromie's ult. Arunas himself is in trouble and trying to get away here. 200 HP and is able to make it out barely, but is able to walk away from this. Bit more damage as Chromie turns around and tries to go for the kill, and they might just get it. Jojo also able to walk away from May. Damn. But here comes Zeratul. He goes for 1. He wants to go for 2. And it is Li Ming time, baby. Li Ming coming in and getting the kills here. Level 10 abilities now for 3K Blue. And we even get to see the Void Prison over the traditional pick, which is, of course, the Might of the Narazim. But yeah, nice kill setup here. I mean, first of all, Jojo walking away, as you can see, then May going down, and then, of course, it's the Zeratul show and Li Ming show, as the two of them come in to take those kills. So, nicely played by them. Same time that we have the 8 kills against 3 advantage for 3K Blue, we see the blue team pick up their level 10 abilities. That's going to help them definitely quite a bit. It's not really going to help Jimmy, though. He's there, too, and they're just pounding them. It's like, damn, they're getting completely crushed here. The one thing that honestly terrifies me a little bit is that I expect that we are at some point going to see some kind of overlap between the Void Prison and the Snowball, the Avalanche. I think that's bound to happen eventually, but time will tell. But those are, of course, always those talents that you usually want to, change a little bit. One thing, by the way, on level 4, a slight deviation away from what we are seeing these days for Li Ming. So we got the Charged Blast. Nothing insane. Level 4 on Li Ming is pretty much a talent that you can take however you want. That doesn't really make too much of a difference. But most of the time we see either to Triumvirate. Ooh, Void Prison had to be used there too. It gets pushed away. Nice! Good move by Anduin. But yeah, so usually it's Triumvirate these days, or Dominance, but still Charge Blast possible, and holy shit! The damage setup! And we're not quite done yet! They're still trying to get a little bit more, but it seems like they might not be able to get another kill. Zeratul comes through. Ah, the Ragdoll gets murdered across the entire map. I like the way that these two are playing this out. The entire game is just one brawl after another. But let's take a quick look of how that fight actually started up here. I mean, first of all, that great save that we saw on Zeratul, and then it's just a full-on blow-up over there in the corner. I mean, everything. Jimmy comes in, gets the kill against Li Ming. And now, of course, down at the bottom of the map, we have Zeratul going for the channel. And he is able to get the entire duration through before the blue team arrives. Yeah, the shot connects, but here comes Li Ming. They need to be careful. It's 36 points against 24. Self-Ancestral on Horega. Medallion used by Zeratul as he escapes. Li Ming is not that lucky, though. She goes down. Chromie wins Mage battle between the two of them. And the attack is still coming with another follow-up kill on Imperial. 6 kills to 11. They are definitely neck and neck right now. I mean, both of the teams are really trying to be as aggressive as possible, apparently. And now, thanks to the double kill, the blue team, the Fedoras, are able to invade the opponent's camp and steal the pumpkins away. They have level 13 talents, roughly around the same time that the opponent's team gets their own. That gives us the Illusionist for Li Ming too, by the way. So her Calamity is even more impactful at this point. Gives her a little bit more wiggle room. Nice! Oh, good dodge here. Well done. The light bomb with Zeratul, and Chromie dodges out on most of it. Still needs to try and save herself here. It's a bit tricky, but she gets the kill against Zeratul. Falls a second later herself, on the other hand. But the fight isn't over yet by any means. No, here comes Jimmy, and he is way out of position. He has absolutely no business in that bush, and that was more than unfortunate for her. Yep. Quite a little bit annoying. So Jimmy without any kind of defense, no setup. By the way, good damage in the middle of the map. We still gotta call this one out. That bell tower has taken quite the beating. So if in the later stages of the game, at any point, the blue team wins a big fight, they might just be able to convert that bell tower in the middle. Now, the mid bell tower is not usually the one that you put the most attention to, but of course it's still a nice to have when you can make that play. Right now, as you can see, we currently have double altars up on the map any second now, which means that the channels are about to start, and I actually don't really think that the blue team can do too much about it. They're still trying to interrupt the middle at least, but the bot lane has been successfully channeled by 3K Brew, and that's 20 points on the core. Blaze might have to bunker up. Nice dodge by Zeratul. Well done. Jet propulsion doesn't connect, and instead they're focusing their attention now on Imperius. Light bomb is in. There's the bunker. They're still going for Imperius, and he's down. Jimmy getting solid auto attack damage through here and chasing off Anduin. They could actually focus on Mei at this point. Good dodge on the Li Ming combo, so that didn't hit. Void Prison is out. Another attempt. Ooh, the snowball. Yeah, that came a second too late, but Zeratul is still dead. Jimmy is starting to get some serious damage on the board with those auto attacks. But that's the channel right here. So slowly but steadily, the Fedoras are starting to close the gap just a little bit. They're still 12 shots behind. But again, it's a step. It's a small one. But here we go. But given the way that this map has played out, I want to come back to what I said at the beginning of the game. Think about Rooney here picking Ace in the hole on level 1. Jimmy hasn't really been in a position where he has gotten a lot of Exterminator value throughout the game. It's not like they've been taking a lot of these camps with his help, and they already have Rhaegar for exactly that job. So this would be a perfect example of a game where the level 1 choice of Jimmy is quite impactful. Now, he has the top damage for his team. He's even surpassing Chromie by just a little bit. But with Ace in the hole here and all of the slows that they are able to apply, that would have been a little bit more impactful in the long run for Jimmy and his team. So definitely something to keep in mind, that this is a talent where you have to adjust to not only your team composition, but also to the map. So right now, another chance to get the camp stolen. They have the level 16 advantage, of course, so the Fedoras are trying to capitalize on that by being a bit more aggressive. That was a great combo, though. Narunas needs to be very careful because Zeratul is still trying to jump in here. Yeah, Gladiator's Medallion gets the use. Chromie on the run, waddling away, slowly but steadily, gnoming it out of there. And here come the hits, and everybody is trying to protect the fake dragon. So far, so good, and she actually gets away out of this one. So, yep, well done. And here's the conversion in the middle as well, as I said. So they get the bell tower conversion in the middle. They already have the one at the bottom. And now that we have a triple altar phase, I don't know how to tell you this, guys, but this is 6 points to 2 on the potential shots fired, and without a chance to reclaim that, that's a problem. If Donna or Fedoras win a teamfight now and take all 3 altars, that would be a disaster for 3K Blue. And the fight is here. Top left, top right are about to be channeled. Oh, the Ancestral is in! Missed, low, and dead. But the shots are getting fired as we speak. Li Ming goes down. He is able to channel that through 2. We still have a little bit of a fight, but that's another 6 shots fired, and they go down to 20 points on the core. We are on 18 to 20 points right now. Pretty successful setup from Donna Fedoras. Now, if they could have maybe delayed the fight a little bit longer, those pumpkins would have made it in as well. But they're already in a position where they have been able to just come back, and that is, in and of itself, pretty amazing. Now, up at the top, Jimmy, I don't really think he needed to commit to his ult here. I can understand the impulse, but he would have been able to take this one way or another. The reclaiming of bell towers at the bottom and in the mid lane by 3K Blue is bringing them slowly back. But actually, as I say, they might not be able to get this one. Now, with a 3-hero defense, this could be held for a little bit longer and buy them a bit more time, especially since Li Ming and Zeratul have already started a rotation towards the top to work on the next one. So they can go for the trade at the bottom of the map again, and that's exactly what they should do. And they're trying to pull it off as we speak. So they're starting to make their way in, and with only 2 defenders, there's a decent chance. But of course, at this point, Zeratul and Li Ming have realized that if they just stay topside, they're going to lose the bottom again. So they have abandoned the idea of reclaiming the top bell tower and have rotated back down to the bottom to help out a little bit. 18 versus 18. We are 10 kills deep for the blue team, 15 for the red team, so they're still slightly ahead. In experience, it's dead even, and of course the advantage on the map goes to Donna or Fedoras, since they have the extra bell tower. Alright. There's already one avalanche being used over here. There's the light bomb as they're trying to go for the kill. Chromie with a timeout. Needs to stay away from Zeratul though, and Zeratul wants the kill and he gets it together with Li Ming. They take Chromie down. They go for kill number 2 as they're trying to set all of this up. 3K Blue trying to fight their way back into this game and get bell tower control and map control as they're looking for the second kill, and they find it against Johanna. Jojo down. Oh, beautiful shot against Blaze here over the side. Nano with a very, very sexy setup here. I mean, take a closer look at this. So first, Johanna is trying to escape and gets taken. And now look at Blaze. Chromie comes in from the side, gets the hit connected, and that is the double kill. Capitalizes on the reset mechanic, the cooldown reset, and is able to get those kills in. And now they're taking not only one altar, but they take both. That's in total 6 shots fired as they currently control 3 altars. Pushes them down to 12 points. They go for the boss too. They want to make this a single-digit game. And very likely going to win this one as well. That's 20 nearly on the board, and 3K Blue is looking good right now. Took them a while to come back into this, but now another 4 shots are fired thanks to the boss. And all of those connect. That makes it 8 points against 20. Yeah, the air already got a lot thinner now for Donna or Fedoras, who will struggle very likely to make it back into the game now. The level 20 talents could make the difference here. But first of all, they have to fight for that. We already have the Cascade on the side of Mei. Here comes Jimmy with his ult as they're starting to push against the bell tower very quickly. They're not even waiting for the level 20 talent. Not quite sure if I like that move, because that means that they're forced into a fight as a disadvantage now. They don't have a storm talent. I don't really know why they went for this one. But if they get a kill, I mean, that would change things. Mei is able to walk away from it though. And here comes the setup. The bunker is out. Light bomb. Bliming shelling away as much as he can. And they're starting to get the next kill in. Jet propulsion. And that's the end of Zeratul. Yeah, there's a level 20 finally on the board. Wasn't really the fight that they should have been looking for, but they were able to win it. And now, of course, they have enough momentum to claim the bell tower in the middle. Which, again, puts them into a spot where they have 6 bell towers, 2-2. And they're apparently trying to go for full-on barrage control as they're moving down to the bottom of the map. Now, they have to keep in mind that there's, of course, 2 altars going to pop up any second. And the red team committed strictly to the top to make sure that they're not losing control completely of this game. But with those 3 pumpkins making their way through, bell tower is already done. The fight up at the top is going to break out in just a few seconds. It's single-digit points for the blue team and 20 on the other side. But now the pumpkins at the bottom of the map are going to make their way through towards the death zone and then get 3 shots connected. The fight up here, it's a 5 versus 4, but 3K Blue is taking the battle. They're going for the fight. Li Ming is already zoned out a little bit and has to be careful. Pumpkins, as I said, at the bottom, they're already connecting. 2 shots are fired. That puts them down to 17. 8 against 17. Channel is coming in. Interrupt is hitting. Interrupt is hitting. Li Ming is dead, though. And here's the ult as they're trying to go for the double kill. They're making their play for Mei. And she is likely gonna fall. The staggered death against Li Ming was just too much. Now Mei is down 2. Bread Bucket tries to get away. Light bomb, and Blaze is still alive. Can they get another kill though? Yes, they can. Imperius is dead. And that's 3 heroes down. That's of course an easy double channel. That's 6 shots fired. And that is going to drop them down to 8 points against 11. And I got bad news for 3K Blue fans. Another 6 shots are coming any second. And Zeratul gets eliminated up here towards the top right. Another staggered death. 3K Blue is falling apart. 5 shots are missing. And guess what? They're making the play not only for Anduin. No, they're also going for the final bell tower to start the barrage over here. Anduin does what he does best. He's running away. And might actually be able to escape here. I honestly don't know why they are fucking chasing him. Take that bell tower and take the game. Like, what are you doing? They want the kill and they're gonna get it eventually, but that's a lot of time wasted. And look at Anduin. I mean, nobody runs away as well as he does. So yeah, he's on the back foot. But that allows Li Ming to retake the one in the middle of the map. So congratulations. You killed Anduin, but you lost the full-on control. So I would say that wasn't really worth it. Either way, this is of course not over yet. 8 points against 5, it's getting close. By the way, we're 34 kills deep into this game. 34 kills in. Now, they retake the top. Yeah, thanks to the Hyperion, that's going to be an easy one for them. I mean, it's even the upgraded version with the Indomitable Resolve over here. So they claim that. Still 6-2 bell towers. And can they retake, or can they take the one in the middle? They're gonna try here, and they can poke that down up at the top. Yeah, they have to take those pumpkins down first. But the attack is there. And Zeratul, does he have the medallion? And the answer is no! He doesn't have the medallion, and he goes down! No Gladiator's medallion for him. And that's the end of Zeratul. Jet propulsion comes through, and look at that bell tower. The bell tower is falling, and it's falling quickly. Guys, once that thing is down, it's pretty much game over. I don't think they have the time to reclaim one. And yeah, they need to crush one as quickly as they can. But Mei is down as well. What an avalanche setup. But a beautiful bunker saves Blaze for just a bit. He finally falls, but the barrage has started, and that's not the worst of it. We have a double altar on the map. This is a win, 100% for Don our Fedoras. 3 points on the core, make it to the channel by Jimmy. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hand as 3K Blue gets obliterated on Towers of Doom. Don our Fedoras, they tie the series and they force a game number 3. GG, well played. Game number 3, Don our Fedoras, ladies and gentlemen, against 3K Blue. Whoop, whoop. Alright, third map is in, and we have Medivh, this time on the side of Donna or Fedoras. So in game number 1, despite the fact that they were able to take Medivh out a couple of times and deny the stacks to them, they kind of failed to win map 1. So now we are heading into our third map, and the winner of this takes the series. Mango and Lucio, Runas on Medivh, Mist on Johanna, we got Rooney on Tacita, and the Bread Bucket is playing Malthael. On the right side of the map, Exilom on Sergeant Hammer, Moi Moi on Karazim. I gotta admit that this is a fun name. Moi Moi is fantastic. Nano on Junkrat, Death Life on Anna, and Pika Toste is playing Murden. I kind of want to say that, honestly, Pika Toste sounds a little bit like Pikachu's fucked up uncle. Every single time that I read through the name, I'm just like sitting there, Pikachu! Like, I don't know. Either way, a little bit of a tangent at the side here. Level 1, look at that. Transcendence actually coming in as a level 1 choice for Karazim here. Not going into the standard talent on that hero. We also have, by the way, no Q set up for Tacita. Instead, we are seeing him right now with a little bit of a Psy Storm setup. So he's currently coming in with a Psy Infusion on level 1. I'm trying to carpet that a bit. Yeah, Nano is immediately jumping out here. And this interaction is something that I highlighted in some of the other games that we've seen in the past, mainly on the top level side. So a little bit above of what we're seeing in Division 1 even. If you have a Medivh on one side, then picking Junkrat is actually fantastic, since he is just so good in controlling these portals and can, with his displacement, really screw up any kind of coordinated play through Medivh's setups. That's one of the reasons why oftentimes when you're looking at top level drafts, you will see bans on Junkrat when a team is eager to pick Medivh, and it's going to be a back and forth the entire time between those picks. You want to have a couple of heroes that are really good at just controlling portals, and normally you're talking then about Junkrat, you're talking a bit about Malfurion with the roots, you have also ETC of course with the Power Slide, and Lucio even, which in this case ended up on Medivh's side. But all heroes that are quite important when we're talking about this. Even Deathlife's Anna over here is noteworthy, since a good sleep dart at the right moment in time can screw up an opponent that tries to use the portal, so there's a lot that really comes in with that. But as it stands, first objective is soon going to be announced here. Exilom of course going to wait for the level 7 before he's going to have a real impact, since he needs to have the hovering siege mode before he can really do anything. We got Sledgehammer! Look at that! That's actually a pretty interesting one. So not only will that help to complete the quests a bit quicker, but it's also going to help to hammer down structures and objectives a little bit faster. So that's going to be an interesting one. Let's see how this is going to pan out for them. 5-5 right now on the level side. And yeah, I'm a little bit curious to see how much of an impact Sledgehammer is going to have, or if he's going to regret that choice later. I mean, normally you would have expected him to go for the double thunderstorm here, so that he could, the clap, so that he could go for healing static then later on in the game. Which pretty much means that right now he will very likely drop the Bronzebeard Rage on level 13 instead of healing stacking. So there's a couple of options with that. But either way, down at the bottom of the map, we currently have Moi Moi playing it out solo against, well, against Malthael, which is a little bit weird, honestly, since he's, of course, one of the supports. They play a double support setup with this. I guess it's supposed to go for a bit of a protect hammer position, but it's kind of interesting setup regardless. You have a double support with a Muradin that hasn't really gone into any defensive tools just yet. Now, after we've seen now the turrets claimed, we have them jump on the healing beacon first of all. So there's that. But careful. That bucket getting stunned out in the range of such a hammer is always a bit of a problem. So let's see what they are getting with that. There's the jump, and that was a nice setup, mainly through Junkrat here. Well done. Malthael down. Muradin also eliminated. Job well done, and off we go. Mist gets away, and Moi Moi is able to claim the item. Yeah, but given the fact that this is a double support setup, I'm honestly even more confused that Karazim didn't go for more damage over here. That extra heal, I'm not sure if that's really going to do as much as they are hoping for. Then again, if you're looking at some of the talent choices here, it's definitely not the norm. We have the Hover Siege mode, which is pretty much what we've been talking about from the beginning. Sergeant Hammer with that unfolds its real power. Still needs to drop the level 4 talent activatable to get out of that situation. Keep also those portals in mind, which could help to gank up on Sergeant Hammer, but they're fighting for the objective now. The Psystorm build continues for Tacita, so we have it on level 7 committed to as well. A little bit of cooldown reduction for Jojo with a blessed momentum over here. And I am a little bit confused. Let's see what we're gonna get with that. Because the blue team is actually taking over on this one. They're starting to chase Blackblood a little bit. Moi Moi has no mana. They should really think about just dropping maybe at least Karazim back, get some mana, and then re-engage into the battle over the objective. But for now, a few more stacks for Mirrodin. He's sitting at 18 now on the baseline, 12 on his level 1. 33 stacks also for Medivh, which is kind of interesting here too, because if he completes it, that would be great for them. And there's the kill! He gets the healing beacon through just in time, but as I said, mana was a bit of an issue, and here we have the kill. So Karazim goes down, at least he gets the item drop, that was important, but it's 99% now for the Fedoras, and they are about to get the first protector if they can push them back a little bit further. And that's exactly what they are going to try and do. So at this point, yeah, there's a little bit more damage coming in from them, and they claim protector number 1. Nicely done. Yeah, solid setup here. One more stack for Medivh, and he's gonna have his own quest completed as well. Obviously on level 7 now we also got the blinding speed for Karazim, pretty standard for him. But in this lineup it's going to be interesting what the level 16 choice is going to be. I mean, normally would speak immediately about him going for the triple cleanse, but given the fact that they have a double support here too, you don't necessarily need that. Sergeant Hammer going for the normal setup here also has committed to the siege tactics, so that's one cleanse that she has, or an unstoppable. And in addition to that, you have also still the Gladiator's medallions. There's a lot of tools that they have, and there's not really that much stun on the other side. I mean, it's not like the Fedoras are running a massive stun combo here. And depending on what exactly... Oh, there's the kill against Hammer though. Depending on what exactly Jojo chooses, it could actually end up in a game where they don't even have a blessed shield. But she goes for it, doesn't go for the falling sword, which we've seen a lot on especially the side of Feel the Heat with Wit in the main tank role whenever they play against an Ana player to put more pressure onto the backline. We got also a Palm now in play, and Mirrodin has committed here to the Avatar. It's a little bit of a strange setup for the red team. Again, the double support with the way that they're playing it is not really all that common, especially with the single tank at the front line not committing to sustainability. Now we have Malthael trying to get the setup down here at the bottom of the map. And, well, let's see what we're going to get with this. You can already tell how much more of an impact Sergeant Hammer now has after level 7 talent. I mean, just like having the ability to move in siege mode is the most insane thing. I mean, how many games have you seen now where the Hammer team is even willing at the beginning of the game, before they hit level 7, to give up objectives? Especially Cursed Hollow with the tributes comes to mind, of course. But once you unlock that level 7, I mean, just the value of Sergeant Hammer as a hero is absolutely incredible. Talking also about like heroes and choices, we have the Tormented Souls for Malthael. That's another one to at least note here, especially with Palm on the other side. It's one that you can play. Quest is completed for not only Medivh, but also Mirrodin was just now able to get his final shots connected here. So they're making the play down here again. Top fort, by the way, has already been taken down. That's bad news, by the way. Now, taking the top wall, the middle wall, and then the fountain is not really all that uncommon when you're talking about the first protector, but obliterating the fort itself, that's a problem. If that happens, then you are really starting to lose control over the game. And a big part of that is them not having any more melees that can peel for the rest of the team. Having this Karazim over here just doesn't really do a whole lot for the team. I honestly gotta say that I'm not quite sure what the plan is with this double support setup. Now, if they can gain some momentum, that might really help them, but up to this point at least, they weren't really too successful with it. So Mirrodin is jumping out again, still waiting for him to commit to the 13 talent and see if he goes for the Bronzebeard Rage, but at this point you would assume. But Hammer gets also a bit caught out here, and Arunas is just setting these portals up to chase them even harder, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't overcommit. He's pretty low himself now. And of course now as they're moving towards the top to try and take Exelom down, that's another play that they could theoretically make, and Hammer is completely caught. You can run, but you can't hide, baby! Rest of the team is here, with the exception of Junkrat, and Hammer might get away. Oh my god. Mirrodin committed to the ult, has already committed to the jump, jumps again! And he gets away! They actually saved the Hammer, you gotta be kidding me. They were able to make it out. Oh my god. I mean, he was literally in the farthest corner and they could not lock him in long enough to get the damage connected. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. He played around with the vision a little bit. We have, of course, the advantage of having the bird's eye view here, which allows us to see everything. But in that case, he was able to play with vision in that corner just for a moment, but that they weren't able to lock him in is crazy. Now, it's still a level lead, but we have even talents, and as expected, there's the Bronze Beard Rage now. We have the Spell Shield for Kerosene, and also the Hyper Cooling Engines for Sergeant Hammer at this point. And, well, it seems like the red team wants to use that opportunity to retake the objective. I don't even know why Jojo fights, because down here we still have Bread Bucket sitting tight. He doesn't go for the item because he already has a turret, so there's no real reason for him to go for it. But of course they need to wait for him to make the rotation. Technically speaking, they could try to delay things and get level 16 before they are committing to a big fight. And Malthael has actually taken down these waves, but they are starting to make the play right now. And they are starting to lock that in. There's the ley line first of all, and maybe now with the Tormented Souls, yep, they're committing to it and could get the kills here. Personally, I still think that the last rights might have been a little bit better for them. Palm or no palm, at least to exchange the cooldown. But right now, the quest is at least completed. They're making the play. Lulcio gets away, and the portal set up to kill them all. Yep, there's another kill. Ana is down 2. Nicely done. And that's the 3-1 kill trade that we have right here. The big fight happening. The portal set up to allow them to jump into the backline. And then especially with the damage output from Tassadar, they get their kills. They drop Ana with a Size Storm towards the end. The 16 talents are now in. And that is a fairly solid lead now for Don our Fedoras. And again, keep in mind, they lost game 1. They fell behind, they played a bit too greedy on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and they were punished for it. Never really controlled the objective. They got one turn in, that was it. But right now, they're doing a fairly decent job here on the map and are starting to take that lead and will likely end up with a second protector. Should honestly start to commit to it, on the other hand. I mean, of course, they can rotate. They have a level 16 talent, so they're heavily ahead. But they need to lock that in at some point, too. Bot lane is already very much so opened up, so the wall is destroyed and the fountain is nearly taken down too. And that's of course the goal when you're trying to prepare for objective number 3. But we'll see how exactly that works out for them. I mean, right now there's the objective up at the top. And they make the decision to go for keep. Interesting. Now, you, with level 16 talent advantages, you can definitely argue for keep. But you gotta be a little bit careful there. Yeah, okay, if you get the kill against Junkrat like that, then you have a fantastic opportunity. But this, of course, needs to do some work right now. And with Sergeant Hammer sitting in the back, that might be a bit of a tough ask to try and drop the keep here. Normally, you would have seen them move into the middle, drop the fort, and then rotate down to the bottom of the map instead. But this is a pretty solid setup. The wall is already down. Then again, that protector is down to 25%. And without any minions to push in together with it, they gotta be cautious here. It's another 14 seconds for Junkrat to be back, but they should be able to take this one down. At least if the protector commits to it, and indeed it does. So with Tassadar now freed up, they need to poke this one down. They are going to lose a lot of value here if they are not taking this one. They abandoned, well actually at the bot lane they still have Malthael. Malthael never rotated up, so they won't be able to get the keep just yet. I think they could have committed to it, and even losing a hero for it would not have been a problem. Nice sound barrier, sexy play, Mango. Absolutely on point with this one, I like it. That was clutch. Here comes the palm. Ah, and it procs. Yeah, the damage over time procs it. Nicely done. As usual, a good monk only palms himself. Down at the bottom of the map, as the fountain has been destroyed, the third objective is already prepped for at least a little bit. But they should still try and go to the top at some point with a hero or two and maybe take that keep down. It would be fantastic for the next objective. But they're obviously heavily ahead now. 18 to 16, that's a 2-level lead. They're 5 kills ahead too. On the damage output alone, we have Tassadar on 55,000. Even Sergeant Hammer can't keep up with that. So there's that. And in we go. Red Bucket is jumping into the back line. Leyline connects at least with a few of them. But here we go. They are all in the choke point and the Godem sucks them in. But there's no follow-up. The portal, on the other hand, could change all of that. Already, Hammer trying to make the play. And here comes Malthael with the Tormented Souls. And that's going to be at least 1 kill, isn't it? The palm on Ana, but she won't be able to escape from this one. Nope. They're going for Ana, and they're locking in their kill. Yeah, and down here, they even get mirrored in, so that's a double kill for them, and that opens the map up. They first of all have the opportunity to take the fort in the middle. They could rotate towards the top and take the keep, or simply stick around at the bottom of the map and try and control that. Nicely done. And especially top lane is of course tempting, but only Jojo makes the move and will take the minions down and clear the waves. Seems like the rest of the team is more so focused at the bottom of the map. Situation still has of course now snowballed even more heavily into the hands of our Fedoras, now that they're able to claim the level 20 talent. And with that, they can also siege up top. I mean, honestly, the world is their oyster at this point. They can move top side and siege up. They have level 20 talent. They have the better items. We now see the Bossa Nova over here. We have them with the Twilight Archon, which they can easily use. Medivh is cheating as usual on 20 with his talent upgrade. Indestructible for Jojo. And this is pretty sweet. I mean, right now, as you can tell, this is another item in their hands. They already have 2 turrets on those heroes. We have Malthael down here. He currently doesn't hold on to any. But now that your objective comes up, they can still clear the wave over here. Theoretically, they could have sent one over to the left and take the camp. I think they should have done that, honestly. They should have taken the camp here. It would put more pressure onto the top lane and eventually lead to the keep being taken down. Would keep 3K Blue even more tied to the top lane. But the situation isn't really changing anytime soon anyway, simply because that level 20 advantage is such a solid one that I don't think we're gonna see a big change here. By the way, on 16 we got the Echo of Heaven, and I still gotta say I don't really like this setup. It's not even a good double support setup. That's the problem that we're having here. It's not that they're playing a double support, it's the way that they're playing it. They definitely need a bit more frontline in order to make this one work. And it would be much better playing a double support, focusing on the support heroes a bit more on damage talents, maybe a 7-sided strike, and then later on coming in with single damage dealer from the backline. Having some frontliners that also can do some serious work, like an Imperius, for example. But either way, at this point, they are just totally getting wrecked. 3K Blue is... yeah, they are getting murdered here. 10 kills to 2. Unless they are able to rally for a big final fight, they won't be looking at a win here. Because this is just going one way right now. And yeah, so top side, as you can tell, there's a little bit of a skirmish happening. I honestly don't know why these guys are chasing. I don't understand this. If the red team is making a decent play now, they can get a kill or 2. This is a 4 versus 2, or at least it was. Now it's a 4 versus 3. I mean, Lucio barely moves up to drop that. But why take this fight? The objective is already up at the bottom. So this move from our Fedoras doesn't make any sense. This is a little bit of a cocky setup that they played. They should have rotated down a long time ago and prepared for the push here, because now they are allowing 3K Blue to defend this maybe even. I don't think it's gonna really come to that, but chasing the opponent in a 2 versus 4 situation, that should have backfired. If 3K Blue would have realized it a little bit sooner and had, I guess, a bit more stuns available, they could have turned it quickly against Malthael, dropped the hero, and then gone for a defense here. They might still be able to pull this one off. I mean, that protector is down to 50% already, and the core shield isn't even scratched yet. Finally, we're seeing the move. The keep is down. Top keep, by the way, is still in play. But there's a solid chance that they're defending this one. If they play their cards right, they have a solid defense here. And the shield is down, the core is falling, but so is the protector. And Muradin, if he gets out... that's a big if. Muradin! He's dead too. Muradin is down, so is Ana. Seems like they're losing this after all. There's the Bossa Nova as the ult gets committed to once again. 50% on the core. They're gonna lock this one in. Medivh is cheating and is already putting 2 of their defenders out of commission. That's the end of Karazim. Nice delay, and there's the victory. Don our Fedoras. Not necessarily clean towards the end, but still a solid win. 13 to 2 kills, and they take the best of 3 series with a 2-1 victory. GG. Well done.